Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam. Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam. Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Hari Om. We are planning to study a very beautiful text only of 8 shlokas. Dhanyashtakam is a composition of Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya, who was a Dhanya Purush and whose whole mission of life was to bless all seekers of knowledge with the state of blessedness. Dhanyata, blessedness. Kritakrutyata, state of fulfillment. Beatitude means you have reached, attained what is to be attained in human life. The Dhanya word is very commonly used. Today I have become Dhanya. Blessed indeed I am. And I feel fulfilled. But there are different levels of Dhanyata. Blessedness. Purnata. From very worldly standpoint, person has studied, or even the parents also, if they see they have educated their children, they have grown, they have their jobs, and particularly married, then they think, settled, I have settled my son or daughter. Or the person himself or herself also may think like that, from the worldly standpoint. I have educated myself. I got a very good job or my own business. It can be simple business, small scale industries, and large scale industries, or corporate world and all that. Whatever it is. In other words, financially well off. Financially I am well off. One's own house is there. The family life also that is there. Then the person feels, in the very big cities, there are very posh localities that are there. And if somebody has a house there and they say, arrived. I have arrived. This is called Dhanya. Dhanya ho gaya main. Dhanya means I am very well settled, well off, everything is fine. This is very good. No doubt, it's very good. But the higher level of blessedness is when a person develops a sense of dispassion for all acquisition. Vairagya. Vairagya is a greater stage of blessedness. Even though in this world, what we find, if some person who is earning and all that, and slowly suppose, truly, becomes very dispassionate and not so much for all these things. All family people start getting worried. What has happened to this person, Is not taking interest like that. So acquisition of all these material things is great. That also is called blessedness, dhanyata, from worldly standpoint. But if one develops even vairagya for that and feels that this is very good, but this is not what I want. This is not what my seeking of life is. May not know what exactly want. This vairagya is a higher thing. And sometimes we find that person who has acquired so many things suddenly start losing. May not that losing his interest is one thing, but suddenly something happens, everything goes disappearing. Whatever that person loves, maybe even persons also, people also, or all material thing also. But the one who had developed this passion, that person feels very happy. In Srimad Bhagavad, at one place, Bhagavan has said, Narayan Bhagavan said to Brahmaji, Brahman yam anugranhami tad visho vidhunomyam. Whomever I bless or want to bless, I take away all his supports. Everything I take away. And from worldly standpoint, it appears terrible. What happened? This is gone, that is gone, that is gone. So if persons develop that vairagya, then Bhagavan takes away. The famous story of Raja Bali in the Purana, Bhagavan took away everything. And at that time, his grandfather Prahlad came and Prahlad said, Bhagavan, you earlier blessed him with all prosperity, that was great. But now you have taken away, that is a greater thing. To feel that I am blessed in that also is rather difficult. Vairagyam. What is the higher stage? Higher than vairagya. So one is called acquisition. Then second is called dispassion. And the third is called investigation. Inquiry called jidnyasa. Tattva jidnyasa. Because if that vairagya remains like that only, and there is no further inquiry, what the truth is, then either that person will become stagnant or may go back or may feel very unhappy only in their life, that I left everything but I never got anything also. So vairagya, after vairagya, the greater stage of luck, fortune, blessedness is called jidnyasa. Tattva jidnyasa. If that happens, then still higher state. So if you get, also good. If it goes away, then also good. And then real inside vairagya, that man does not feel anything about that, the thing has gone. And then tattva jidnyasa. Jivasya tattva jidnyasa nartho yascheha karma bhi. In Bhagavad it is said, the very goal of human life is tattva jidnyasa. Inquiry into the truth and realizing that truth, absolute truth. When a person actually gets that, then that is higher. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita it said, Etad buddhva buddhiman sat kruta krutyascha bharat. When you know this truth, realize this highest truth, then only you have the complete sense of fulfillment. What is to be achieved is achieved, what is to be done is already done. There is nothing more to know, gain, do, achieve, become. That is called eternal. Dhanya Purusha. Shall we go a little further? Whatever. From this standpoint, total fulfillment has come. And if that sense of fulfillment is sweetened by love and devotion for God, there, in Hindi they say सोने में सुहागा हो गया. Milk was very, very tasty and all that. When you switch sugar, it's all sweet होगा तो sweet. केशर युक्त वहां पर यह दूध हो गया फिर. Dhan. Think I have given the commentary also in that. You know, in Ramcharitmanas, he said, in Lanka Kand, other Ramayana called Yuddha Kand also, when Vibhishana tried to put some sense in that Ravana's mind that he should return Sitaji, surrender to Ram. He never. Actually, that Ravana kicked him on. And so he said, okay, now I'll go to Bhagavan. He went there. When the Yuddha started, Ravana had his brother Kumbhakarna. He woke him up. Big story, I don't have to go into. Kumbhakarna had some kind of elements of devotion in his mind also. And he goes to the battlefield, and this Kumbhakarna, when goes, Vibhishana sees him, elder brother. He goes to him, does namaskar. Brother, I am Vibhishana. He tells him what all that happened, how he tried to tell Ravana and all that. But now he did not listen, so I have gone to Ramchandraji. Do you know at that time, a very famous chaupai is there. Kumbhakarna says, Dhanya dhanyate dhanya vibhishana bhayav tata nisichara kula bhushana. He says, Vibhishana, thrice blessed you are. Dhanya dhanya te dhanya vibhishana. Why? You have become Kula Bhushan. The Nishijara, our Rakshas function, but you have become an ornament. That such Ram Bhakti has come in your heart and you have gone in his service. Now serve him. I don't have to tell the whole story and all that. But what is Dhanyata? Ordinarily, just because we have got some money, we have got our own house, this, that, and say, fulfillment ho gaya. What is fulfillment? Is that fulfillment? So first step, of course, first stage of this sense of fulfillment is success, acquisition of all material wealth and all that. But the higher stage is to develop dispassion, sense of dispassion. The ability to even renounce that and all that also. But that should be with intense longing for knowledge, tattva jnana. And then the devotion for Bhagavan, if that is there, then you say dhanya. Then you say, he got real dhanam, real wealth he has got. Therefore, dhanyam, yashasyam, everything. That's why Mirabai said, payo chi maine Ram Ratana Dhana payo. Ram Ratan and Nam Ratana Dhana payo. Bhagavan Nama is Ratna. The one who has got that, then life is complete. Okay? This is called Dhanyata. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji wrote Ashtakam, 8 shlokas on who is a Dhanya Purusha, how that person has reached the state of blessedness. And Bhagavan said in the Bhashya, where the Krutarthasya Lakshanani, whenever we speak about the characteristics of man of realization, fulfillment, blessedness, that becomes sadhan for us and how we can also reach that state. All this is said in 8 shlokas. That's called Dhanyashtakam. Dhanyoham, Krudakrityoham. You see, when you read Vivek Chudamani and all that, when a good disciple goes to Guru and when he asks such questions, what is bondage, what is liberation and all that, do you know what the Guru says? Dhanyosi, Krutakrityosi, Pavitam te kulam tvaya, yad avidya bandha mukta, moksha bandha muktim ichhasi. He had just come. Brahmi bhavitu ichhasi. Blessed indeed you are that such desire has come in your mind. You have sanctified your family also. Right? So even, that's why I'm saying, even the jidnyasa coming itself is such a sign of blessedness and Bhagavan's grace and all that. Bhagavan Shankaracharya has so much upkara on us. He is teaching us A, B, C, D, A, E, K, K, G, G of Vedanta. And taking us to the highest, the pinnacle of that, He's taking us. Now, with this, let us begin. And we chant this shloka. The first shloka itself is a great hit. Tadjnanam prashamakaram yad indriyanam.
Prashamakaram yadindriyanam
Tadnyeyam yad upanishad sunishchitartham.
Tadnyeyam yad upanishad sunishchitartham
Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nishchiteha.
Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nishchiteha
Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha.
Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha.
So as I said, the fulfillment of human life is in realization of the highest truth. That knowledge. What is that knowledge? It's a very unique definition of knowledge he has given here. Tadjnanam. Knowledge is that prashamakaram yad indriyanam. Which quietens all outgoing tendencies of indriyas. Eh? We have never heard this kind of definition. No? Knowledge is that which quietens the senses. Oh. How this will happen? Knowing what this will happen, what is the jnanam? Jnanam of what? Jnaya vastu. What is that jnaya vastu? He said, tad jnayam yad upanishad sunishchitartham. The thing to be known in life, jnayam, is that which is upanishadsu, in the Upanishads, nishchitartham. Nishchitartham means very well ascertained. That truth which is very well ascertained in the Upanishad. Now you say Upanishadsu Nishchitartham or Upanishadsu Nishchitartham as one can word. In other words, the theme of the Upanishad, well ascertained, that is a jnaya vastu, that has got to be known. Okay? Translations only we are seeing first. Te dhanya. In every shloka, dhanya word will come. Te dhanya bhuvi, in this world. Bhuvi, in this world, on this earth, in this world. They are indeed blessed ones. Paramartha nishchiteha. Paramartha nishchiteha. Iha means all activities. Those people whose all activities rise from the ascertainment, determination of the highest truth. In other words, those who abide in this truth and then their all activities are there, they are Dhanya Purusha. What about others? What about Sheshastu Brahmanilaye, Paribhramantaha, Sheshastu, and all others? All others are Paribhramanta, they are just wandering. Brahmanilaye, in the web of delusion, called WWW. See, they are called web only, huh? World Wide Web. In the wilderness of delusion, they just roam about. Tad jnanam prashamakaram yadindriyanam tad jneyam yad upanishad sunishchitartham te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nishchiteha Sheshastu Brahmanilaye Paribhramandaha. Now one by one. See, what is this? Knowledge is that which quietens the senses. What does it mean? All our senses are made outgoing only. Paranchikhani Vetranat. These senses are meant to experience the world of objects. Things and beings and shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha and all that we experience. That is in function, nature and all that. That is one thing. But what happens is, these indriyas, which we see the world of object, the mind is connected with all of them. Then, the mind also goes with them. So the indriyas are there to experience the world of objects is one thing, all right. But when the mind also is with them, then it also starts going out. And then what happens? We go out and far and where we go, we don't know. Isn't it true? So all the time we are in touch with this world and we lose our touch with our own self. Huh? I always remember one very humorous thing. One man was talking to his friend and he said, my grandmother was advised to walk 2 miles per day. 2 miles per day. Now she is 90-year-old and we don't know where she is. You didn't understand? Because every 2 mile going. Now where is she gone? See, the joke should be ended here on. But otherwise you can analyze, what kind of grandson is. He never inquired also where that my grandmother is. So maja chala gaya. The point is just going, where you gone? It does happen. Where are you going? Once I say, if you are not looking where you are going, then you will go where you are looking. If you are not aware where you are going, so wherever you are going, then you will start going. But where? In Siddhabadi, in the earlier days when I was there, so much all that was not there. So I used to go for a walk. So when you start walking, you start enjoying and talking and go on and on. And suddenly you say, I have come so far now, I have to retrace the whole step. And it used to be, the slope is like this. So you go on. Now returning time, it is upward. Huh? So the senses problem is, they take the mind and going where? And we completely lose our contact with our own self. Going far and far. Huh? So therefore knowledge is that which quietens that. In other words, it helps you come back to your own center, your own self. That is called true knowledge. We'll continue tomorrow. The beautiful points are there to ponder over. That we'll see. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
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 Syavar Ramachandra ki
Jai.
Ki Sadgurunath Maharaj ki
Jai.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Yasya prasadat bhavamangalartha prasuta gangopanishad vishuddha samarpayamo guru chinmayaya bhuyat prasannassa shiva swarupa